We will now demonstrate the safety features of this aircraft. Your attention is essential, as this may differ from any aircraft you have flown on before.
From long-haul trips in the A380 to local VFR in a Cessna 152, there's a great array of free and paid-for Microsoft Flight Simulator tools and utilities I use in both sims, so in today's video I thought I would share them all with you. 10 flight sim tools I use basically every time I fly here on PC. Now many of you will be familiar with quite a few of them, but some of them are certainly hidden gems. Before I get into the list, do be sure you've subscribed, as only a fraction of you are, but now let's get right into it. Being a private pilot in real life, I'm accustomed to flying with a moving map with an app called SkyDemon. My American viewers may use 4Flight, which is very similar, basically the same thing, but did you know there's a very easy way to link this up to Microsoft Flight Simulator to provide a real-world moving map for your flight sim. Whether you use an iPhone or a tablet, this allows you to accurately plan and then fly your VFR flights as you would in real life, as both SkyDemon and 4Flight allow data to be pulled direct from the sim. The best part is you only need to spend €5 or so on an app called Skybridge off sim market. Don't get me wrong, there may be a way you can do this for free, but this tool is plug and play. I use it all the time. It's really good if I want to practice a route I'm flying in real life. Moving into the world of airliners with Aerosoft's Toolbar Pushback Pro. This is a free or paid tool, depending on what version you go for, that gives you rather seamless control of the default ground services, but the big highlight here is the ability to pre-plan pushback. This is where you set the desired path of your pushback from stand, and the tool does everything for you. This tool, as I said, is available as either freeware of flightsim.to or an enhanced version of Aerosoft. To be fair, the free version does everything you really need it to do. I prefer this compared to GSX on Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, as at the moment anyway, GSX is far too buggy and I can't really get it working all the time, so this is a great alternative while I'm waiting there. Next up, with no handlebar, this does exactly what it says on the tin. It removes that annoying white handlebar that appears on the top of your screen whenever you move your mouse. It's drag and drop for both sims into your community file, free, and it just works. Nothing more to say here. Despite an inbuilt replay tool being released in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, there's a very dependable add-on I use all the time to watch my landings back, good and bad. As a content creator, I do know my stuff here when it comes to replay tool, and Sky Dolly remains my go-to tool for both Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 and 2024. Now don't get me wrong, as with all replay tools, they never seem to result in perfect playback. None of them do, although in all fairness I have to say the inbuilt replay tool is getting better, but I still find Sky Dolly provides a much smoother experience, with the logbook making it easy to find old flights in a breeze. There are some extra features to mess around with, like formation flying and the ability to teleport, but I think for the bread and butter of replay, this is the best bet. Of course, I couldn't talk about sim tools without talking about SimBrief, the all-encompassing web-based IFR flight planner. Bit of a mouthful there, basically for any flight sim. It's really come a long way since Navigraph brought it a few years ago, and it's now my one-stop shop for planning airliner flights on Microsoft Flight Simulator. From advanced weather planning, now incorporated, to being able to export the flight plans to many add-on aircraft out there. It really is very good, and the best part is, this is all free. You can even pull up your SimBrief flight plans in the sim now with SimBrief Panel. Another add-on makes life a lot easier, so you got two for the price of one there. Now expanding off that with Navigraph, this is a paid option that provides you with a close to real world flight planning suite, as well as access to the latest aeronautical charts and AIRAC cycles. Now for this you will pay a monthly subscription of about £7.50, as obviously Navigraph are paying themselves for all the data, but if you fly on something like VATSIM, this is a must-have as it keeps everything up to date. Navigraph Charts, which is an app you get access to for that price, is also fantastic. It integrates with the aforementioned SimBrief, and many in-sim EFBs will also allow you to link up to Navigraph to pull up airport charts, or in the case of the A350 or A380, inbuilt taxi maps on the navigation display. Navigraph is a must-have if you fly airliners and want to fly as realistically as possible, but you certainly do pay for it. Moving on now, and if you haven't downloaded Volanta already, you are missing out. This is a great way to track all of your sim flights in one place. It has been out for years, hence why I've been able to amass all these flights on the app, although I know many of you out there will blow me out of the park. There is a premium version available that allows you to use an app on your phone to track your flights as well, but frankly for what you pay I don't think it's worth it. Volanta tracks your sim flights automatically and works with almost all sims, from DCS up to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, developed by Orbex and available for free. Now the best freeware AI traffic tool on the market is FSLTL, free to download and install via the fly-by-wire installer. At the moment it works best with Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, although from my testing you can just about use it with the new sim. FSLTL is a great way to fill your skies up with realistic airline traffic. From Dash 8 all the way up to the 747, we only need general aviation and corporate traffic support, and then you'll be on to a winner. Do be warned, it may impact your performance, but compared to other options, it's certainly the best optimised. It's a brilliant way to get rid of those horrible standard models we've somehow got on Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. Now, a paid application that gives you total control of your flight sim hardware is SPAD.next. It's been on the market for a while, indeed before Microsoft Flight Simulator itself, 2020 of course, but if you're like me and have an increasingly complicated setup with different bits of hardware from all over the place, you may find this paid software incredibly helpful. It basically lets you customise the behaviour of your sim hardware in a very ergonomic way that delves deeper than the control page in the sim. As an example, it lets you customise the controls of the Cytec or Logitech panels. You can't do that at all in the sim, so it really is a must-have if you want to get those all working. And with Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, as my recent video explains, many of the drivers for some of the legacy products haven't been updated at all, so SPAD.next means you can get everything working for the new sim, from your Honeycomb Bravo throttle quadrant up to the Logitech radio panel. There's even online presets you can download, so you don't even need to do all of the hard work. The best part is there's a 14-day free trial to see if this product works for you and enhances your sim experience. Spoiler, if you're having problems, it probably will. The Microsoft Flight Simulator license to get this all working is around €25, plus local tax as a one-off payment. So it's totally worth it if your circumstances require something like this. A fun one now, and I don't use it all the time, but it's there when I want it, and it's a great way to increase the nerd level of your sim experience. You may have heard it at the start of this video with the Etihad cabin announcement, and that was thanks to Cabin Sim, a very basic tool that has a database of real-world airline announcements for you to find and play back in your sim. Annoyingly, it's not integrated. I think you'd be on to a winner if you could do that. But this is a database of real-world airline announcements from around the world that you can play back with a press of a button. I have previewed a more enhanced version of a similar tool, that was Luke Air tool, in the past. I think they're working on a brand new version of that, so it's one to keep an eye out for. To wrap up, with all these incredible add-ons for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 and 2024, many of you will need Microsoft Flight Simulator Addons Linker. Instead of messing around inside your community folder, you can activate and deactivate all add-ons using this tool with the press of a button. It takes a bit of setting up, but will make your life a lot easier. It allows you to create custom folders and to sort and split your add-ons with ease. It makes your life a lot easier, especially if you have hundreds of add-ons, and it works great with the new sim. I certainly use it all the time. And there we have it, 10 Microsoft Flight Sim tools I use every time I fly. Of course, they're all linked down below, and I hope you found this video very useful. Do let me know if you're gatekeeping something, if there's a tool you're using every time you fly, but you think it needs a bit of attention. Share your thoughts down in the comments. On that note, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. I'll see you very soon, and goodbye.